everybody? Today is a very interesting day. It's actually been a couple of interesting weeks, but today specifically is interesting because I don't know if you can tell, but here, boom, first dose of the vaccine. So I'm sure the first question that you're asking yourself is, Jordan, how were you able to get the vaccine? I'm sure I've mentioned on here before. I do have, my parents are a little older and they are high risk. So I'm technically on paper a caregiver. So I was able to get the vaccine a little bit earlier than expected because I help them. Like I bring my mom to doctor's appointments every now and again. I bring my mom to the grocery store every now and again, and and they're both high risk, and I don't want to bring anything to them. So I ended up getting the Moderna, and I heard everything I've read. The Moderna is the one that kind of kicks you on your butt. Like I've heard that the Pfizer kind of kicks you on your butt, but I've heard that the Moderna definitely kicks you on your butt. So I've had the shot for 30 minutes now. I just got home and I think I'm fine. I feel fine. I am a little hungry, but I don't want to get nauseous as a side effect. So I'll give it a few hours and see where I am. And I'll definitely check back in with you guys. It's probably going to be an around the house vlog. It might be a Vlogpodge today. I don't know. Yeah, no, I do know. That's exactly what it is. Congratulations, it's a Vlogpodge. And this morning while I was out, I actually found a couple of new additions to the Transformer shelf here. So I'm pretty excited that these guys were released. We're probably going to crack those open and I'll put those up on the shelf. And you know what? I don't think I've shown the Transformer shelf in a while, so I'll go ahead and give you guys an update as to how much that has grown in the last couple of months. Well, it has been a while since I've done a little bit of a collection update, so a lot has changed in the office here, so I'm going to take you around and show you what's up. But first, here's an obligatory video of Spooky. What you doing, buddy? Yeah? You enjoying the nice warm sun? Oh, he's a good boy. I rearranged some stuff up here, and this guy is new. This Jazz figure from the Studio Series 86 line. Was probably my most anticipated figure of like the last 6 months. This is my favorite Transformers character, and this is probably one of the best versions of the figure I've ever owned. So, super happy that I have him. And down here, there are some new guys. The Blur, the Cup, the Hot Rod, and the Grimlock. These are all from the Studio Series 86 line, from the 86 animated film, and once again, probably the best version of each of these figures that I have ever owned. This Grimlock is great, and I cannot wait for the rest of the Dinobots to get released, but this Hot Rod is awesome, and this Cup has a really cool function where you can pull his limbs off, because in the animated film, he actually gets disassembled by a giant robotic squid, and then Hot Rod has to put him back together. The Warpath figure right here is new. In the past, he was a smaller figure like these guys, but with this new version, I guess they gave him a little bit of an update. So he's a little bit bigger, which I actually really like. So hopefully these guys get reissued and get updates as well. And the big elephant in the room is this guy. About a month ago for my birthday, Chelsea surprised me. He's one of the few Titans from the original series that I was needing for my collection, and Chelsea got him for me as a birthday gift, and I love her to death. She's the best ever. And now I have this pretty sweet Titan shelf with this guy because he has no room. So I'm only down one Titan, so if they ever reissue the Metroplex figure from like 6 or 7 years ago, I'm in business. And right over here in this cube, I've got a couple of new ones. The Shockwave, I actually picked up on clearance. He was like half off, and I wasn't going to get him, but for half off, sure, why not? You can't really see him. Let me get... There we go. There we go. There he is. He's hiding in the back there. And in December, this guy came out, did a pretty accurate Generation 1 Soundwave, and he's got the Ravage cassette, and he's got the Laserbeak cassette. We got my own little ravage right here. What you doing, Stinky? What you doing, baby girl? Nothing too incredibly new in this cube here, but the Abominus figure that I bought like a year ago. I think I even did a video on it, or he was included in one of my videos. I bought an upgrade kit for him, so he looks a little bit more badass. He looks a little bit more beefy. He's actually got a gun now. He didn't come with any kind of blaster or anything. But he's got new fists and chest plate and some feet, and he looks much more menacing. And the only new addition to the shelf right here are these two guys, the Decepticon clones. They were Target exclusives, and they were originally $25, but I got them on clearance for about $7.50, something like that. And I wasn't going to get them, but then I just had this wave of nostalgia, and I used to have the original ones, and, well, I mean, the $7.50 price point helped out on me choosing if I wanted to get them or not, but I specifically remember getting these whenever I was a child, and I remember where we were. My mother and I were in Lafayette, Louisiana, visiting my aunt and uncle, and we went to the mall, and my mom got these for me so I would have something to kind of occupy myself while I was there for the weekend. And so I had the original ones, and I guess when I just kind of remembered that, and I was like, oh, I kind of want these a little bit more now. So, but yeah, they're kind of a nice addition to my crazy 80s purple and green shelf over here. A handful of new things in this cube right here. We've got the Cyclonus, we've got the Scourge, and we have the Runabout and Runamuck, and yeah, just solid Decepticon figures. I remember getting the original one of this guy for my 3rd birthday from my grandparents, and to the best of my memory, I feel like it was probably one of the last gifts I ended up getting from my grandfather before he passed away. So Cyclonus is definitely one of my favorite Decepticons, but I also have a strong memory attached to the original toy. And this new version does the original one justice. This is a very good update. Probably one of the newest things to the collection are my Beast Wars figures here from the Transformers Kingdom line. I wasn't going to get into the Kingdom figures, but then I saw the figures in hand, and they looked really, really good. And as you know, I am a sucker. I know this. You know this. Let's just move past it. But I ended up getting the Optimus Primal, the Cheetor, the Rat Trap, the Black Arachnia, and the Megatron. And I think the Megatron and the Black Arachnia are my 2 favorites so far, because you can't tell in the video, but the skin for Megatron is actually a hard rubber, so he's got like an old rubber dinosaur toy feel to him. And I like the Black Arachnia's spider mode because, I don't know, I think they got the legs right, and I don't know, it just looks like a creepy spider. I kind of hope with how well this is done that they decide to do a Tarantulas figure. Those are the 2 recent acquires from today. You saw them in the box. This is what they look like out of the box. And they're just fun figures for my shelf. These guys, however, are a little bit more interesting. I haven't opened these yet. I'm not sure. I do have the original release of these, but Hasbro decided to go ahead and reissue them in their original artwork box from the 1980s, but it's the new figure from, I guess, like 3 or 4 years ago. They did updated versions. I always wanted an original Mind Wipe as a child, never had it, so I bought one just to have the artwork for. And then I bought this one because he comes with a little different guy that turns into his head. These had a really cool function called Headmasters, where the head of the robot would actually pop off and it would become a tiny robot while the rest of the body transformed into the little vehicle there. And I'm going to get the rest of them eventually at some point. I also picked up the Gigawatt Transformer, which is a retool of the Siege Sideswipe, and it's a Back to the Future mashup. And I don't know, I'm a sucker for a good mashup, because I've got the Transformers Ectotron right there. Star Wars wise, I found a Black Series Din Djarin and Grogu figure 2-pack, and that was just kind of out in the wild. I was kind of happy to score that. That's a good figure. And look how adorable baby Grogu is. And the Marvel Legends shelves have expanded a little bit. I used to have only these guys, but now I've got like an entire X-Men army over here, and some more X-Men people and Spider-Punk. I thought that was a really funny figure. And then some more MCU people in the back. And back over here, that Thanos figure I picked up on a whim, and geez, man, that is worth every penny. That's probably one of my favorite figures on this shelf. So that is pretty much the update. I do have a few things on pre-order, and I need to probably unload some of this stuff to make room for like the better stuff that I have coming in. Some of it's just kind of placeholders until like a better version of something comes out, but I feel like I've been busy since December, since I last gave a collection update. And this has been what my last 12 months has been. Since the pandemic started, I really got back into collecting these things. And to be honest with you, like, and I say this, knowing the severity of a diagnosis of anxiety and depression. I've never been clinically diagnosed with anxiety or depression, but I feel like when the world just shut down last year and we were all at home and nobody knew what the world was going to look like 12 months out, this was the thing that kind of put my mind at ease. Like I can order things off the internet and they would show up like normal. That's kind of reassuring. So I went from a handful of figures to a bunch of figures, and this has been the result of a quarantine and a lockdown and just the last 12 months in a world where COVID has been ravaging and causing so much issues and problems. This has been the thing that calmed me down. So I proudly wear it like a trophy. About 2 years ago or so, I picked up this Fortress Maximus figure, and I really liked it, but I guess some fans had some complaints about how like the hands moved or like the molding of the feet and whatnot. So a third-party company made this upgrade kit. They actually made two. This is only part 1 of 2. I do have the second part on pre-order, but this upgrade kit is supposed to fix some of the issues here with this figure. I mean, I like the figure as it is, but you know, for a few extra dollars more, why not upgrade it? And some of the things in this particular upgrade kit, you get these helipads, which make it look a little bit more helicarrier-ish in vehicle mode. But they also add some ankle tilts to the legs right here, because this figure does not have ankle tilts. And for the price point, probably should have got it. Whatever, but this rectifies that. And also, if you're a fan of the G1 figure, this has a new correct crotch plate. So this is going to be replaced with this. And I guess it comes with some new ratchets for the leg joints to maybe give it some better posability. So what we're going to do is we're going to operate on the big guy here, and we're going to give him some upgrades. And here are all the pieces. I do not know what I've gotten myself into. It came with 4 of these little grip pieces to go on the bottom of the feet, so I'm going to do that first. Then I think I'm going to swap out the crotch plate, and then I think the hardest part is going to be the springs and the ratchets for the hip joints. So I think that's my plan of attack. That's what I'm going to do. You ready? You look unsure. Alright, let's do it. Well, I guess that was easy enough. Now on to the more difficult part. This guy has seen better days. Okay, well, this has changed out. Now I have to open up the thighs and put in the new ratchet joints. So that'll be fun, I guess. Alright, well I've got the crotch plate changed out and the ratchet joints and the hips changed out, which admittedly was much trickier than I was expecting. But now I have to put these feet upgrades on these guys right here so we can give them an ankle tilt. Let's do that. Alright, well I already put one on, but let me kind of show you what it does. So this is the original foot right here, and it doesn't have any kind of ankle pivot, but when you put this piece on, it kind of gives you like a faux foot facade, and it gives it this hinge. So when you pose him, he gives him that ankle tilt, and then that just kind of closes the gap right there. But that is what it's supposed to do. Let me go ahead and put this other one on. Alright, well that's what it looks like with the upgrades. But I did notice he's kind of leaning back, so it kind of puts him a little off balance. But I can do a lot of cooler poses with it, like this one. Yeah, there we go. See, now because of those ankle pivots and those new ratchets, I can get him in some pretty awesome dynamic poses. There is another upgrade kit that I have on order for this guy, but I don't know when I'm going to get it. It says it's going to ship this month, but it's going to add the 2 cannons from his hips that the Generation 1 figure had. It's going to add new hands that actually have completely articulated fingers, so you'll get the articulation here and here, and all at the knuckles and whatnot. And I think there's something else. Oh, there's a piece for the helmet too that I think cleans up some of the side kibble. But that's pretty cool. It used to not be able to do that, and now it can. And I feel like it's definitely worth the price for the upgrade kits. It has been pretty nice out the last handful of days here in North Georgia, so I thought, what better time than now to bust out the grill. I need to get all that stuff. I need to clean all this off. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. I should probably just invest in a new grill, but for right now, I'm going to burn all this stuff off, and I'm going to toss a couple burgers on there. I am losing daylight, but that's not stopping me. Alright, time to add the cheese. You guys like our really high-class High School Musical dinnerware? I thought you would. Ooh, but no, seriously, I hope I cooked them all the way. Look at this dude just napping on the couch. Taking a little cat nap, buddy? You doing alright? Yeah, you're doing alright. This guy is going to be celebrating his 12th birthday next month. I don't know if you guys know this, but Baxter was Chelsea's first cat, and we got him 2 days after we moved into this house. You excited to be 12? Yeah, he is. Look at that face. That's his excited face. Or his nap face. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure they're the same face. Oh, just checking in. It's probably been about, let me check, 5 hours since I got the first shot of the vaccine, and I'm fine. I'm fine. I might be a little tired, but I'm always tired, so who knows? That could be, what are you talking about? I'm trying to make a video. Always. But I'm always tired, so I don't know. Arm does start to feel a little sore, but I got shot. I got a shot in the arm. My arm felt sore when I got the flu shot. So, that's normal. I'm not even counting that. Alright, onwards and upwards, I guess.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Oh, hello there. I don't know how old that last clip was, because I think I filmed like 2 or 3 vlogs since between this clip and that last clip. What I'm filming for right now is the Vlogpodge, which I think is now going to be a March to April Vlogpodge. And it's essentially going to be from when I got the first round of the vaccine to when I get the second round of the vaccine, which is tomorrow. And we will see how well I respond to that. Hopefully not many side effects or any side effects. And if there are, hopefully they're minimal. I feel like I can deal with the aches and the chills. I just don't want to feel nauseous. I just don't like that feeling. But tomorrow morning, we're going to go. We're going to get the second vaccine right here in the arm. And, but the good point is, or the good thing about that, is that I'll be fully vaccinated. And I was just thinking, and I'm probably going to say this again in another part of the video, she's like, how nuts has this last year been with the uncertainty of this virus? And a year later, we have a vaccine, and we're able to hopefully get back to somewhat normal life, going places and traveling and seeing loved ones. A year, 1 year, that is mind-blowing.
Hi, hello everybody. It is Tuesday, April 6th, and I am about to get my second COVID vaccine shot. I don't think I'll be able to bring the camera in to film, so I'll more than likely just drop in a photo once it's done. But I'm about to walk in, get all my paperwork, and I am ready for it. Let's go.
Alright, this little pinch.
I have been doing a terrible job of keeping you updated on how I felt after my second dose of the Moderna vaccine. I got it early Tuesday morning. Tuesday, April 6th? I think it was the 6th. Either way, got it early, and I went to work. I was fine. I was fine. Until I got home. And then I sat down on the couch. And about 10 minutes later, I felt super exhausted. Like the most fatigued I think I've felt in a long time. I never got a fever. I never got chills. I did have a little bit of aches in my neck and back. But that was only the next day. So Wednesday, neck and necks. I only have one. Neck and back pain. And I can't decide if that was from the vaccine or if it was just this. I don't know. Because it happens sometimes. I'm not the youngest, but I felt, you know, I didn't feel awful. The worst pain was obviously where I got injected, and it was sore for the next 3 or 4 days. This is now, let's see, I'm recording this. This is the following Monday, so it's been 6 days since I've gotten my second dose of the vaccine. And yeah, I didn't feel terrible, though when I did go into work on Wednesday, my boss looked at me and said, "You kind of look awful, you should go home and rest." And he was offering me the day off, and I didn't say no, so I came home and I rested. I probably took about a 2-hour power nap, and when I woke up, I felt fine. So I know it varies from person to person. This was my own personal experience with the Moderna vaccine, but you know, I hope that the vaccine goes with as minimal side effects for you as it did for me. But now that I am vaccinated, I'm still going to continue wearing a mask because that is the smart and moral thing to do, I think, until more people can get vaccinated. Luckily, a lot of people in my family circles and my friend circles have either had their first or their second dose of the vaccine. I think the more people go out and get the vaccine, the more we'll be able to finally turn a big corner in this pandemic, and I think it's a good idea all the way around. But I do want to make mention that the one bad thing about getting the vaccine was that I only got 4 tentacles of the advertised 8 tentacles that I was supposed to grow with the second vaccine, and I am just disappointed that I did not get all 8. We've had a family of birds make their nest right in our porch. This has kind of been a regular thing within the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 springs. One time, the nest just disappeared, and then the next spring it reappeared, and we left it up there because we figured if there were going to be more birds, then, you know, we'd save them the trouble of building a house. But there are some new baby birds up in that nest. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Also, yes, I'm aware I need to clean the underside of my porch. Yeah, look at those baby birds. Look at those baby birds. I bought this fire pit, I don't know, not too long ago, but when I bought it, it just rained for almost a month straight, so I hadn't had a chance to open it up or put it together, so I think I'm going to do that now. And in the magic of editing, the next clip, it will be built. And it's a fire pit, so hopefully we'll be able to use this sometime soon. Maybe tonight, who knows? So, in between that last clip and this clip, I had a new hat delivered to the house, which I'm pretty excited about. It's got this really cool Skeletor photograph, or like this little Skeletor patch on it. I got it from Angry Minnow Vintage. I'll leave a link down below. They're not sponsoring this. I paid for this. But it's a really cool distressed hat. And there was one with a Sasquatch and a Yeti and a Mothman. There was this one, and there was a whole bunch more, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted. I almost went with Mothman. I was like this close, but I think I made an excellent choice with old Skeletor. So yeah, I got a new hat. Also, I'm not really a hat guy, but lately during the summer and the warmer months, I've been wearing a hat because you know, the sun. And how I'm how I don't like the sun. So I figured, hey, maybe I should become a hat guy. If anything, just for the warmer months. So I've got a new hat, and I'm gonna wear it, and I'm happy. I picked up another upgrade kit for my Fortress Maximus figure. Now, you probably remember earlier in the video, well, for you guys it was earlier in the video, it was like 2 weeks ago for me, but I ended up getting an upgrade kit that fixed his feet and the crotch plate and the hip joints. This upgrade kit actually replaces his hands, so he actually has articulated fingers, and it replaces the 2 little legs of this guy right here, and it gives him his 2 side cannons that go right there, to make him look more like the original G1 figure. I'll actually toss a picture of the original figure here. But yeah, that's what he's supposed to look like. So I'm going to install this on this big dude right here. And I was going to do a time lapse, but I decided not to because I feel like I've probably put 1 or even more time lapses in here, and you're probably already tired of it. So the next scene will just be an updated Fortress Maximus figure. Alright, well, first part of the upgrade kit is done. I replaced Cerebros's legs here, which actually give his ankles a little rocker tilt. You can see the old legs here did not have the ability for him to rock his ankle, which actually gives him a little bit more posability. It also changes something whenever this dude transforms into the big dude's head. So we're going to take a look at that now too. Alright, I'm digging it. The new legs match the gray for the rest of like his helmet area, instead of the black legs here, which kind of like had a little bit of a color contrast, but yeah, I'm digging it so far. Now I have to take apart the big dude. Alright, now I gotta take apart this little forearm area to replace this hand with this more articulated hand. I think this is gonna make the figure look a lot better. And there we go with all of the 2 upgrade kits. You can see again the little like helmet area from the new legs for Cerebros kind of matches the gray a little bit better. I like that. We've got the waist cannons that actually can extend. I don't want to knock him over. He's still very top heavy. For all these upgrade kits, he still doesn't have a very good sense of stabilization. Yeah, but they can extend, and then you can collapse them back in there. And of course the articulated fingers you see. And something else that I forgot is they have like the little wrist cannons that were on the original figure. So that was a nice touch that I enjoyed. He's still very top heavy. Like I feel like if he's gonna take a tumble. But I do think that the upgrade kits like improve the aesthetic a little bit. So, and with that, I think the only thing he's missing is like a blaster. He never came with a blaster or like a rifle or anything. And I know that there's another company that makes an upgrade kit for the blaster, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go all in on that. I think the two cannons might be enough for me. Alright, I have to do this quick because my battery is about to die. As you can see, not a lot of stuff went on the last couple of months. So just hanging around the house. Stuff is opening back up. I know that the CDC just came out and said vaccinated people don't have to wear masks in close proximity to one another. I'm still going to wear a mask just because I think it's the responsible thing to do. But things are opening up and I'm looking forward to getting out and doing some more stuff. I have one more toy hunt video that I need to edit and put up on the channel, so I'll do that hopefully within the next couple of weeks. But yeah, hopefully I can get back to it. But I'm going to go now because my camera's about to die on me. So if this is your first time, go ahead and give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you feel so inclined. I appreciate you took your time to watch this video. Could have gone anywhere, but you watched this one and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. So until then, we'll see you real soon. Stay spooky.